it's like at the forefront, of my own, mentality and how I view security and privacy. And now I have little kids, so the security paranoia in me is turning into like, okay, well, how do I like protect their existence? Because like this thing called the internet isn't going away, you know?
I completely agree with you, and I share those concerns, which is another. I mentioned there were many reasons that drove me to this decision, and that was a big one. Is I look at my kids and I think about their future. What I hadn't fully understood, and what has honestly was a learning journey for me. Apple. I mentioned Apple is sort of two minds when it comes to privacy. What I realized though is while I was doing Apple first-party services that may have taken that approach, mostly what we do on iPhones is third-party applications as customers. And the truth is, I sort of imagined that my approach to first party software at Apple just magically applied to third party software, which I have come to see as like naive as the understatement of the century. So we recently actually did a test. I don't know if you've seen this. It's on our site. It's really eye popping, but we hired this cybersecurity firm called Raxis, and we asked Raxis to take our phone and an iPhone and put them both on closed networks with 33 standard apps we all see, from Spotify to Pinterest to whatever, Expedia, stuff we use all the time. Ask app not to track for every iPhone app and watch the traffic that goes on and off the device at a really acute level. What we saw blew my mind. The iPhone, even after Ask App Not to Track was selected for every app, in 1 hour, opened 3,400 sessions with known third-party data harvesting servers, meaning the apps that were launched had SDKs in them that reached out to these servers to transmit what? Location in any way they can get it, of which there are many ways. Any other types of fingerprinting, trying to get on Bluetooth to see other devices that are around, the orientation of the phone, are you moving or still, what you're doing in the app. In those 3,400 calls that were completed, 210,000 packets of data were transacted. This is in 1 hour. And this is a phone with just 33 apps. Most phones have hundreds of apps. If you imagine this is 1 hour. This is happening 24 hours a day, right? It's back to our kids and the future and security. What I didn't know, what I have come to get very educated on is layers here. Number one, I did not understand. I thought like all tracking was the same. Google, Meta, there are differences. They're different species and they each have different risks. But what we're talking about here is third-party tracking services that are part of this data harvesting ecosystem that is behind this huge world of online advertising. The data that is gathered here is publicly purchasable by basically anybody. This is not something I understood. I did not understand that there was reams of data spilling off all of our phones that is being held in databases and analyzed and is publicly purchasable. So I've now done this myself. With a few bucks and a website, you can go to a advertising firm, a data harvesting firm, and basically design campaigns to pinpoint devices that go to a certain address and that open certain websites. You can say, put this on a phone in this area that reads this website, Breitbart versus CNN. But you can also reverse engineer this data. It's very easy to buy a bunch of data from a certain area and say, hey, I know this person goes to the gym here and goes to school here. Show me all the phones that do that. Oh, there's only one phone that goes to those two places and here's where they sleep. This is all totally doable. I'm not the one lifting the curtain here. What most of us are facing is this passive extra constitutional data collection in which our whole lives are being recorded on public databases. And, I think I'm not alone in feeling that like after COVID and seeing what can happen in a crisis, like maybe we don't want that information